Hey family, what's good? This is your girl, Anne the Bronze Goddess, and I'm back for another strawberry letter. Let's go get 'em. Hello, I'm 21 years old, recent college grad, living in the beautiful Northern Caribbean. I have a promising job, my own place, my own car. I'm independent, and that's how I was raised. This summer, I started talking to this guy that I met a few years back. I initially thought he was a jerk. A couple of years gone by, and here he is again, and somewhat a new person. He's a sweet guy, he's kind, thoughtful, seems like perfection. Yes, I know no one is perfect. His issue is that he tries to be controlling, but I honestly believe that that he likes that I push back. I believe he respects me for it. I'm gonna get you for that. But anyway, yes, we've been talking since August, but I want a commitment. I want a relationship. My grandmother always told me not to put my eggs in the same basket, but I can't do that. If I'm talking to someone, that's the only person I'm talking to. He doesn't want to commit because he recently got out of a relationship. It turns out that a few weeks before we started talking again, he got out of a relationship. He doesn't want me to end up being a rebound, but I'm not comfortable with getting caught up in a guy that may not be taking me seriously. I don't want to fall for someone who's not worth falling for. He says that he isn't really ready for a commitment, but yet he wants me to commit to going away with him in November to the Caribbean. I have to summarize it right here. He wants her to commit to going away with him on not one but 2 trips. He says that he will pay for the 2 trips. All she has to do is bring spending money for like shopping and things like that. She says that that's a huge commitment for her because her vacation days are sparse, especially with the fact that he hasn't made a commitment. So she said, should I push for a relationship again or just keep on pushing? Like, I'm a beautiful, independent, and intelligent girl. Men flock to me. I like that. Men flock to me. But I truly do care for him. Thanks in advance. Okay, so first and foremost, what I wanted to say is I'm always leery of men who want things on their terms. I feel like he is being a bit controlling even in this. If you want to be in a relationship, a committed relationship with him, and he doesn't want to be, I think you should move on. I mean, why stay in a situation where you're already compromising right from the jump, right from the door? You know you want a committed relationship, you want it with him, you've let it be known that this is what you want, and he's telling you, you know what, I'm fresh out of a relationship and I can't give you that commitment. Well, then you're not ready to date me, and I would move on. You said men flock to you, so go let them flock. I don't understand the whole idea behind, like, some women feel like they have to do whatever a man says. Like, if this isn't what you want, then leave. Like, what are you waiting for him to change his mind? You guys know how I feel about that. I cannot stand that mentality of thinking that you can wear him down and change his mind. He told you openly and honestly, it's too soon for me. I'm not ready. Now, this is another thing for me. I feel like the whole idea behind him wanting to take you away on this nice romantic trip is for him to try to wear you down. Because he would love to get you away in a nice king-size bed, away from home, away from your family and your support system after he has spent all this money on flights and hotel and all that kind of stuff, after he's wined and dined you. And some men will wine and dine you to get the sex. That's just being open and honest. And get you over there and you're like, oh my God, he done paid all this and he's paid all that and this is so romantic and the scenery is so beautiful and we're already here and we're already, because I'm sure he's not thinking about getting you guys twin beds. He's not getting you 2 separate rooms. I think this is all a part of a plan. If you have sex with him on a trip or at home without a commitment, that's what you will continue to be. He will never give you a commitment because you will let him know with your actions that you don't feel like you need one. Don't fall for this game. He's playing it a little bit differently, but it's still a game. And in this game, he ultimately is the one who wins, and you're ultimately the one who loses. Be careful of wolves in sheep clothing. I don't trust him. If you're not ready to make me your girl, then we need to take this slower. Why do you want to take me on some trip? Don't get me wrong. And then some people be like, oh my God, I would love to go on a trip. I get that, but I don't think that this is not a something for nothing type deal. This is quid pro quo. He wants something for this trip. It's in some way, in some form or another, you will pay him for this trip, because whether you know it or not, you will be indebted to him. You will feel like you owe him something. And then when he's good and ready, he will collect. Be careful when you start accepting things, especially extravagant gifts and things like that, from men who you are not in a committed relationship with. Because at some point, he's going to want to collect. You are young, but you're not dumb. So I know that this is a risky move. And this is another thing, I agree with your grandmother. Your grandmother was absolutely correct when she told you not to put all your eggs in one basket. You are young, you're college educated, you got a lot going for yourself, you have so much to offer, and you said that men flock to you, so see what else is out there. Stop trying to give him exclusivity. He didn't ask you for it, so why are you volunteering it? You are not a slut. I'm gonna be honest, and forgive me if you don't appreciate that word, but you are not a slut for wanting to date more than one man. That doesn't make you immoral. That doesn't make you less Christian for wanting to date more than one man. You're not sleeping with them. You're not lying to them. You're being open and honest with them. But you are dating with a goal in mind. You are dating with a purpose. Your purpose of dating is to find someone that you want to ultimately be with, ultimately marry, and have children with. So if this man is not ready to take it even to the slightest next level, and you want to move on, you have every right to do so. Don't take yourself off the market voluntarily for no reason. If he doesn't feel like he's ready to make you his girlfriend, then you should slow it all the way down. I'm not going on some trip with you and you're not even my man. We're not even, like, what are we? We going as friends? Okay, so we have 2 separate rooms, correct? We have 2 separate beds, correct? That's not what he's planning. I don't believe that. I believe this is all one big, elaborate, expensive scheme to get you to have sex with him. I say that you should date other men. Date other men who aren't afraid. I talked about it more in my book, but when I think I gave like 20 different signs and clues that a man is into you. And there's a whole chapter about is he into you. But I gave like 20 different things, and one of the things is that he's not afraid of commitment. A man who's truly interested in you is not afraid of commitment. He's not afraid to make you his girlfriend. He doesn't care that you've only been dating a month, that you've only been dating a few weeks. He doesn't care about any of that. Because he likes you and he wants to make sure that he can be with you, and he doesn't want you to date other men and possibly leave him because he's already growing attached to you. I'm not sure. What I think you should do is ask him openly and honestly, frank, and say, what exactly are your intentions towards me? I would be leery of any man who hesitates too long to answer that question or doesn't really know how to answer that question. Because if you take too long, then what are you thinking about? Like, what do you want from me? You make it clear to him, look, I'm not intimate with men I'm not in a relationship with. I'm not intimate with men at all. I'm waiting to marriage. When you actually take the time to spell it out to him clearly, what your standards are towards intimacy. I know everybody is not a virgin. Everybody's not waiting towards marriage. Of course, I'm going to recommend that because I am a Christian. But what I'm saying is when you make that clear to him and you say, so we're not having sex anytime soon. So I just want you. So what do you want? Because to me, in my experience, in my own personal experience, once I made that clear to a man, he was gone. My husband stayed. And there were maybe 1 or 2 other men that actually stayed when I made that clear to him that intimacy, you might as well forget it. So what do you want? To get to know you. To see what else we have in common. Because let me tell you, when men are ready to settle down, they are ready. You can get the right man at the wrong time and vice versa. You can get the wrong man at the right time. It's all about you taking the time. I would say pray about it. Of course, I got to say to pray about it. But I would also ask him, what are your intentions? What do you want from me? I'm not having sex with you. Not now or not anytime soon. So even if I go on this trip with you, I will want my own room and my own bed. And we can have a very legitimate, clean, up and up type, trip if that's what you want. But I'm not, just because you take me away with you doesn't mean I'm going to sleep with you. Because to me, even though he didn't put the money on the nightstand, so to speak, he would still be paying for it. If you let him wine and dine you, fly you out, pay for your hotel, and take you and spend all this money on you, and you have sex with him in exchange for that, it's still sleazy to me. It doesn't matter if it's a beautiful location, doesn't matter all of that. Don't let somebody buy you. What is your dignity worth? Your dignity should be worth more than some trip. So don't let him fool you. Because I feel like ultimately that's what he wants, and he's just willing to spend a little more money to get it. That's what I feel like. Because what do you want? Why do you want to take me away? Like, why can't you wine and dine me right here? I don't trust him. I don't trust his motives. I really don't. If he's fresh out of a relationship, why is he so eager to do all this for you? I don't trust it. I've been open, I've been honest, I've been frank, and I told you guys in my recent video that I'm planning to do a retreat, God willing. I'll talk about that more as the months go on. But this is the type of thing that I want to discuss with you guys one-on-one and in group settings where we can actually talk about this type of thing. Because when I do these strawberry letters, I feel like it's very one-dimensional sometimes. You know, sometimes I say things and things get misconstrued and misunderstood, and I have to try to explain myself in the comment section or vice versa. And I feel like it'd be great to just sit around with you guys and actually talk. So that is coming. Pray for that, okay? For those of you that want to come to a retreat, then please pray that God will help me to be able to make that happen for you guys, because I would love to have these types of discussions with you guys one-on-one where we can actually get together and talk. That is like, that's my next thing. I really, really want that to happen, guys. So pray for it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys let me know in the comment section below, what do you think? Is he using her? You think he's being slick? Do you think that it's a legitimate trip? Do you think that it's okay for a man who's not in a committed relationship with a woman to wine and dine her and want to fly her off somewhere? Do you trust his intentions? Do you think that she should not date other men because she feels guilty about that? Like, let that guilt go. You are dating with a purpose. You're dating to look for someone who you can ultimately spend the rest of your life with. If he can't give you a couple of months, he can't even give you the commitment of being a girlfriend or anything like that, then why take yourself off the market and close yourself off to the opportunity and to be with somebody else or to see who else is out there? He doesn't deserve that. He didn't even ask you for that. So don't give him that. You can still be classy while dating. You can be. And moral. And still date more than one man. If you're telling him, look, I'm dating. I'm not being intimate with anyone, but I'm dating more than one guy because I want to see what all is out there. How do you know what traits and characteristics that you need in a husband if you don't see what's out there? Because it wasn't until I was dating my husband where I had a list of things that I wanted my husband to be. But it wasn't until I actually met him where my list grew. Like, oh, you know what? That's a great one. I gotta add that to the list. I need to add that to the more you date, the more you're like, you know what? It's got to be more than just, has a nice car, has a nice job, treats me with respect. The list begins to grow and grow and grow. How do you know what's out there unless you see what's out there? You can date with class and dignity. It doesn't make you immoral. It doesn't make you less of a person to date more than one person. As long as you're not being intimate with all of them, and as long as you're being open and honest with them, you're telling them, I'm dating more than one guy. You're one of the men that I am dating. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Yes, because I'm trying to see what's out there. I'm keeping everything lighthearted and fluffy with everyone. I am not anyone's girlfriend. So yes, I am dating. I am unattached at the moment, so I'm dating. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm rambling a little bit. I will see you guys in the next video. Till next time. Later, divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.